Professor Nalapat and gentlemen, I'll come back to you. This is the big breaking news that's coming in at the moment. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing the nation at 8 p.m. This is what we are getting to know. The Prime Minister of India will be addressing the country at around 8 p.m. today. Ladies and gentlemen, this was perhaps also something that the entire country has been awaiting, a word from the Prime Minister, to listen to our Prime Minister, to what he has to say about the kind of understanding that has been reached with Pakistan, as well as this entire situation and Operation Sindoor. We are expecting the Prime Minister to address the nation at 8 p.m. Extremely crucial. This address, remember, will not just be for Indians, it will be for the entire world. What India has achieved under Operation Sindoor, what are the new red lines that we have drawn. My colleague Madhav is with us. Madhav, big news coming in. The Prime Minister will be addressing the nation at 8 p.m. Obviously, we will be hearing from him what India has achieved under Operation Sindoor, an address that has been awaited.
Well, absolutely. You know, this is important from multiple perspectives. Remember the fact that it was Prime Minister who, while in Bihar, said that wherever those terrorists are, we will be getting them. He also said that there will be a response to this. And later, from driving India's diplomatic initiatives in terms of interventions, we have reported how, even last night, how, in fact, when it was US Vice President J.D. Vance saying that Pakistan needs a ramp off to de-escalate, and, otherwise there would be some kind of escalation from their side. It is the Prime Minister who warned that time that India would give a much stronger response. So that's as far as leading from the diplomatic aspect is concerned. And also, of course, we've seen the series of meetings that have been taking place from the three services chief to the National Security Advisor to all of those who are the heads of the various agencies. The Prime Minister has been consulting with them on practically a daily basis. Defense Minister and other top ministers, also the Cabinet Committee of Security that he heads, clearly, of course, from that level, from the government's own planning and preparedness level, clearly a very important and a pivotal role that the Prime Minister has played as far as Operation Sindoor is concerned. And therefore now, when the Prime Minister speaks at 8 p.m, perhaps we'll get some more insights into how difficult or how challenging this entire process of taking on Pakistan, and really calling out, in many aspects, whatever said and done, there are several aspects where this entire episode has shown how India has had a very different approach.
Yes.
From, taking on and attacking mainland Pakistan, where Bahawalpur, where these terrorist sites are, to calling out Pakistan's nuclear bluff, and then responding with a kind of air might that perhaps has not been seen before, with those 13 bases, details of which were just shared at the briefing a short while earlier. A lot more that perhaps we'll learn from what has transpired, and also what we can expect from here on. Remember,
absolutely,
our entire doctrine towards terror has changed.
Madhav, also not just the details of what India has carried out as far as Operation Sindoor is concerned, but also the kind of understanding that has been reached with Pakistan. That is also something that, is talked about a lot. A lot of people are eager to know what is this understanding, how was it achieved, and why was it achieved. And therefore, we perhaps can get some of those answers in the Prime Minister's address today as well.
Absolutely. In fact, a lot of such questions in terms of what transpired. Remember, obviously, when there is, an ongoing military operation, not much can be shared for very obvious reasons. And that's why there has been, a lot of information that still is coming out in bits and pieces. But clearly, of course, what transpired, what will our approach be? For instance, as I was mentioning a short while earlier, our entire policy towards acts of terror being changed to treating them as acts of war, which means that India reserves the right to militarily respond as far as any future acts of terror are concerned. That and what we can expect in coming days is certainly going to be very significant from the perspective of the Prime Minister's address.
Absolutely.